Surrender. Take a moment and just notice what associations you have with the word surrender. Because to me it has become something incredibly positive, right? It was actually a psychedelic experience where one of the best pieces of advice I've been given was to surrender to the experience, to do your work beforehand, have very clear intentions, but then when you enter the actual experience, just allow the work to happen rather than trying to interfere with it. Don't fight against what your mind is presenting to you and offering you. There are certain ways in which the mind works that we don't understand, that we may never understand. But it requires trust, a certain type of faith or hope, or, I think trust is probably the word I like the most. Because only with trust are you able to surrender. And without that safe space, without the trust that this is going to be a good thing, surrender is very dangerous even, right? And this is where I think surrendering for most people has this connotations of I'm giving up. I'm allowing the other person or army or force or party to win over me. And then they rule over me and I'm being pushed down, right? That kind of surrendering, yeah, maybe that's not what you want to do. But it's a very different kind of surrendering than what we're talking about. Well, what I've just talked about, right? So when I say surrender, we talked about it in the context of a change process, right? When you lay down your weapons, when you lay down your armor, when you show up vulnerable to a space that you trust will help you. And good coaching and good therapy is that kind of space where you can surrender, where you can show up vulnerable and you can do the work that matters. Because with all that armor on you, it might not be what you need right now. It might be really in the way of you doing the important work that you need to do in order to start maybe compassionately embracing yourself or accepting yourself and then to move forward. There's a time to fight. There's a time to struggle. There's a time to push. There's a time to armor up, because the world out there can be quite tough, be very challenging. And lots of people don't have good intentions with other people, right? So I don't say surrender lightly. It does need to happen in an environment of trust. But when you do that there, the benefits can be enormous. So have a think about what surrendering means to you and in what kind of context. Do you have spaces where you feel you can surrender to an experience? Are you always on guard? Right? I would want everybody to have that space where they can surrender, even if it's just for a little while. Right? And if you don't have that, a good coach, a good therapist will offer that to you.